Now, the house of the late liberation struggle icon Chris Hani will be officially turned into a museum today. This follows a decision taken by the Ekurhuleni Council meeting in Germiston. Ekurhuleni Mayor Mzwandile Masina undertook the project as part of his first 100 days in office in terms of service delivery. The mayor says the museum is aimed at cementing social cohesion in the municipality. The council will officially assume ownership of the house as of today. The former SACP leader was assassinated as he drove into his driveway of his Dawn Park home in Boksburg on April the 10th, 1993 by Janus Swallows. Now, for more on the story, as promised, we now cross live to our SABC reporter Griselda Lewis, who's there. Very good morning to you, Griselda, and welcome. Please keep us up to speed with what is happening there today.
Well, a very good morning to you, Elvis. Truly a momentous and historic occasion here at Dawn Park in Boksburg, where 23 years after the assassination of the SACP leader Chris Hani, his home is officially now being turned into a museum to try and preserve the legacy of this apartheid struggle stalwart. And as you can see here next to me, this is just some of the temporary portraits that have been put up here. This is just the official handing over of the keys today, as you indicated that the Ekurhuleni Metro has officially going to take over the keys today. They've bought this house, and in it now is just some temporary portraits of various rallies where Chris Hani had been addressing some people prior to 1993, his assassination. And here you can see really the hallmarks of someone who was very instrumental in the fight against apartheid in this country. And you would remember, of course, as we just take you through this house just a little bit, it was quite, you know, Chris Hani's assassination was part of a ploy by the far right in South Africa at the time to derail negotiations to end apartheid. And, you know, historically, the assassination itself is seen, you know, as part of a ploy by the apartheid government. It was essentially a turning point in South Africa. Serious tensions followed the assassination, and there were even fears at the time that the country would erupt in violence. If you look there, just one of the portraits that is in one of the rooms here, you see Chris Hani's widow, Mam Dimpo Hani, standing there near the SACP leader, Blade Nzimande, as well as, you know, the former General Secretary of COSATU, Zwelithini Vavi, as well as Tokyo Sekgwale. Now, these pictures were actually taken in 2008 at the wreath-laying ceremony to commemorate the 15 years since the passing of Chris Hani. So, very educational tool, certainly, once this museum does open up to the public, that really get a rich history of Chris Hani's involvement in the fight for democracy in this country. We're going to move now to the main bedroom, where you would see here Mam Dimpo Hani would just join us very shortly as well. Mam Dimpo, good to find you here while we're broadcasting this morning, a truly momentous occasion for you as a family, 23 years after your husband was assassinated.
Morning, Ma, and morning to the listeners. I'm overwhelmed with what Ekurhuleni municipality has done. When they informed me that they bought the property and they're going to do a museum, I didn't know what to expect. But I decided, let me not interfere, let me see what they've come up with. I must say, when I moved in, this is just for show today for the launching, but it's a beautiful surprise. I'm so honored, I'm overwhelmed, and I want to say to the mayor, to the councillors, and to people of Ekurhuleni, I thank you so much that 23 years later, with the mayor having been in the office for 100 days, they've been able to come up with this. I congratulate the ANC.
Mama, this is quite significant. I want to take a look at this particular mirror. This is a message. Is this message from you? I miss my husband.
It came from people who are responsible for the project. However, every time I talk to anybody who wants to listen to me, I always tell them I miss my husband. I'm also telling you, I miss him a lot. Yes.
We're standing in the master bedroom of this, what was your home. This must certainly bring back memories for you. This is the first time that you're seeing this exhibition. As you walk into the master bedroom and you see all the memories and the portraits that even speak to the actual day when this tragedy took place in South Africa, what goes through your mind and your heart?
It is very interesting that you're asking this question. As I moved to our master bedroom, the thing that came to my mind was when Masisulu had put my truss on the floor, I had to sit on the floor. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Now, this is after Chris was assassinated. But after some few minutes just moving around this bedroom, I remembered the good moments that we have, the discussions that we have. Remember, your partner confides in you.
Yes.
Women know a lot. They shouldn't be undermined. So I remembered all those beautiful memories. He was a loving husband, and I love him. I still love him.
Mama, let's